bother.
Noah, take us off the screen.
Oh, yeah.
Hope you find your dad.
Please. Thanks, Mr. Norwal.
Thanks, Mr. Noah.
Not now, Arctic Puppets.
Would you click the multi-stream for me, please, sir? Muchas gracias, señor.
Not now, Arctic Puppets. I'm the
Hit
only
me.
one
What
that
is
can
it?
share it.
6156.
Who's up?
Not the good
Oh,
guys.
you didn't do it the right order then. Remember, that was the code. You're
Hold
supposed
on.
to-
Okay. 5961.
Yeah.
Live-action.
Josh, how much money you got on this game?
$32.67.
That is a really odd-sized...
It's a real niche bet.
How much money you got in the Powerball?
It's a... what is that up to, by the
$6.
way?
Oh, the Powerball or the Mega
steal.
Millions?
That's up to, like,
The Mega Millions is up to like...
Oh my gosh, he
almost a
cannot
million.
catch.
the crazy one.
They're not supposed to catch. It's not baseball.
I know.
Yes, Chris,
Don't-
and you're watching it.
Let's not even talk about baseball. The Reds are all getting injured.
I have not kept... what has happened?
They're all hurt.
Who, like, bad?
Yeah.
Who?
Matt McClain's out for like 3 months.
McLean.
Johnson.
John's son, yeah. Man, you beat me to it.
Ooh.
Let's see.
5964.
Oh,
Ah,
there's that.
Yeah.
man, that kid...
Sorry, folks.
that kid's just going off. Did Notre Dame make the tournament?
No, they suck.
Oh, sorry about that.
Okay,
Your
copy
bracket
link.
is going to be busted in 6 minutes, people.
Man,
Not my bracket.
Yeah, huh?
it's okay. I had
It's like
BYU.
a-
And
it's like a
Cal
whole-
will be fired in 7.
If they
Oh,
lose the first
62
one.
64.
Hey, who made it?
Reed Shepard.
Yeah, you did. Should have guessed it.
Let's just live stream. Let's not live
Your
stream.
tattoo's fading.
Let's just, yeah, that's how the
Yeah.
finger tattoos work.
You
So
get that thing
the bottom
refreshed.
of your foot tattoos work too.
That makes sense.
A what? Quick one.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Let's just talk about the game the entire
Just,
time until it's over.
I don't even know if that's legal. Like, I
Oh.
think,
What happened?
hit me.
No, they just stole it.
Who's they? Who's they? You can't say they.
Yep, you didn't only ask for a certain
You're
score.
right. You're right. You're right. You're right.
Oh, that was big. Oh, that was big.
I wish I was watching it right now.
You have this Mondo screen protector. Like, what are you looking at your phone that you can't need
yeah,
everybody?
I've noticed that lately.
That thing is like, it's blackout unless you're right.
It's like
in
you were
front
getting
of the
ready to go to
screen.
Texas and you got prepared, and now Texas.
Like, can you see it? I can't
Not
see it.
not at all.
Not
you guys
at all.
don't know
Wait.
about that story.
Yeah, I think they're showing the crowd. But I'm not sure.
How do you
Like
get
right
how do
here?
you get some of
Oh,
those?
wait. Go back that way. I can still see it. That's odd. Wait, what's it? Now I can see it much better. Oh my goodness.
Let's put this out there that NKU beat this team.
We probably should have waited till the game went off to go live tonight. Because I am.
I mean,
gonna
it's
be
gonna
just
put
a
you later.
waste.
It'll make you.
I'm gonna go home earlier tonight than I probably have any other night
Dude,
this
you,
week.
you left like immediately last time you were on the show.
You didn't even show up last week.
No, what I meant was we've been
Quitter.
staying pretty late.
He's a quitter.
Last night we left at like 11.
Oh, that was a hard screen. Oh, it was too. Oh, he set a screen. It was too hard.
So let's just pretend that we're not live.
Yeah.
Not in a sense of saying anything you want, Brett. Let's just tonight pretend that there's no comments and we're not live, and we'll just do our show like we did OG days. where
We're not going to respond to comments.
We're
tonight.
relying all on
Each other.
audio.
Oh, yes.
And so we got to think that
Okay.
way.
Okay.
That
I'm
we
in.
are
Locked
recording
in.
good content. Which, by the way, they used Brett's segment on Wow God Moments.
Hey.
They didn't use ours.
Oh.
Ours
I don't
sucks.
remember
Yet.
what my segment was. I don't remember.
You did. You talked about having kids and praying
Okay.
about having kids, and they chopped it up and made it sound really good.
They haven't
And,
used ours yet.
That was ours. That was it. And they didn't mention Pod Bless at all, so there's no cross reference. And they didn't say Brett Dickman, so that they're like, "Oh, who's Brett Dickman?"
Dude is on fire.
It's just Brett
Just hit
talking
another
about his
screen.
miracle of children.
I'd say that game's over then if he just hit another 3.
I mean, there's 4 minutes left. There's only down 5.
Oh, I thought it was 8. My bad.
No.
I can't do math.
Go ahead and start us up. No,
Kick it
I've
off.
got us shared on all the.
Not even
plaques.
reading the comments. All right, everybody shut up. It's time for the game.
That blows my mind. What'd he say?
He gave my address out on Facebook.
Did he dox you? I don't know. Jesus is coming.
If you say another word, you're out of here. And I was like, yeah, well, you're terrible. So
You think you could kill that cat barehanded if it came at you?
No.
Oh, I think yes.
And this is Pod Bless.
Yeah.
Hey!
What?
I look red.
I'm back.
No.
I believe it's the red reflecting off of Josh's red sweatshirt.
There's no way.
I made that
You
up.
don't look like that up there. It's just on that screen. Turn around.
Oh, yeah, you don't. He's right.
You look fine.
What's
You look-
up?
I thought I
Just
was
as
sick.
pretty as ever.
I look like an Oompa Loompa on that screen.
Move over a little bit. Yeah, on that screen you do. All the screens are different. Which, by the way, I watched on an Oculus 2 through YouTube VR.
Oh.
And the episode from last week
Yeah.
looked really good.
Nice.
Well
Well, it looked
done.
better because I wasn't here, right?
I wish I could do editing through the VR headset. It looks so cool.
Like
and
Tony Stark.
it puts you in a giant room to where you're like in a giant theater all alone watching it. And it's just right in front of you as big as you want the screen to be.
I need an Oculus. It
I-
just makes me sick, though.
Yeah, it made me sick.
Well, you don't have to do things where you move. Well, of course, you said you got sick all the way around. Hey, out there in Pod Bless land, thanks for tuning in to Pod Bless Podcast. This is episode 162.
Deuce.
We've been going at this now for 3.5 years,
Pretty cool.
and this is my final episode. No, thanks for tuning in, everybody. We really appreciate you being a part of the show, whether you're listening later or watching live or watching the video later.
People do that.
While we've got everybody's attention early in the show, I want a big shout out to my mom, turning 70 today. Happy birthday. The OG
Septuagenarian?
Karen.
Just the OG Karen.
Yeah.
The first one?
She is the first one.
Wow.
70
for her.
years ago.
That's a lot of years.
Yeah. Most of the Karens are young, the ones that are like jerks at restaurants.
When someone says Karen, I picture like between 42 and 63.
Yeah. Not
Like-
70.
No.
When somebody says Karen, I think of smoking hot.
Is your wife's first name Karen? Or?
No,
No.
He was saying you're
your mom.
Oh,
Mom
mom.
was-
Gotcha.
attractive.
It's weird, man.
Yeah, no, I'm just teasing.
My dad's dead, man. That means something now. It's like you're hitting on my mom.
Opportunity.
I'm not going to call him dad.
that episode of The Office when Michael spanks his nephew. That's gonna be, I'm gonna spank Josh.
What are you doing? You probably could.
Get in the car, son.
You
You
let
have a-
me.
You have a size advantage. But yeah.
Oh,
Happy
no.
birthday, Mom.
Have I done something to deserve punishment?
I know a lot of Karens, actually. Tyler's mom's name's Karen.
Really hard.
Which was funny when we were roommates. It's like, oh, both of our moms are Karen. That's
What?
wild.
Wacky.
And then I'm sure there's other people.
There's other people. I'm sure there's other ones out there.
I'm sure there are other Karens.
We made the mistake of going live during the first SEC UK game.
Which we are not at all interested in.
I made
That's
a-
why I'm staring at Brett's phone.
I made a dumb comment that said, "Forget the F or the SECC." It's SEC. And I put-
SEC,
I put
yeah.
2 C's.
Oh, you said like SEC conference.
Oh, he walked.
Oh no!
Did they call it? Did they
No,
call
they
it?
called a foul.
Okay, I can't. I just can't.
Don't worry,
Sorry.
Brett's doing it for
Sorry.
all of us.
Yeah.
But yeah, thanks for tuning in, everybody. If you're listening to the show, make sure to share it with some people. If you're watching the video, share it on whatever platform you're watching.
Do
from
it.
YouTube, Facebook, Twitch. If you can share it, go out there and share it for us because it'll help us grow as a family.
Yeah.
And then Brett won't date my mom.
You said
And
family.
grows a
did.
family, but
You did
not
say
that way.
Oh, I was fiddling and I broke something.
Isn't that how it always goes?
I mean, most of the time, yeah.
Um,
Good to be back.
Yeah. It's
Sorry I
nice.
missed.
No, you're not.
I was so tired.
And we didn't care either. It's
Oh.
fine. I don't think anybody commented in, "Where's Joey?" They were just like, "Oh, hey, Matt. Thanks for
Just
commenting
normal.
in, buddy." He doesn't care about UK.
Hey, man.
Or he's got 3 screens going on at the same time.
Yeah, in this world, I mean, come on, guys. Like, it's not like you're not going to do 3 things at once, anyways.
Watching on the Oculus while calling somebody on the phone while playing PS5.
The hard part about Oculus with sports is that I usually enjoy watching sports with people.
Well, you can. You can team up and be in the same room to watch it
No,
together.
no, no. Like I want like 7 or 10 of my friends to come over and watch the game together.
Well, you could watch it with their, what are they called? Avatars? Yeah. You can have.
I
all
want to
your
watch it with
avatars.
them.
The
Well, yeah.
virtual.
I want to like high five.
But all your friends have kids, and they can't just get away whenever they
We
want.
we can make it work for like Super Bowls and stuff.
Yeah. This is
How much is an Oculus?
The Oculus 3 is about $500.
There's the kicker.
The Oculus 2 you can get for about $200 or less
Man,
on Facebook Marketplace.
sweet. It's like a used Tesla.
I've got one you can get for $300.
Are you selling?
I mean, feel bad for $300. I do have the fancy like.
You can get them
handle.
online for 200, but I'll sell it to you for 3.
I mean,
And then he'll turn around and use that 3 to buy
buy
the
the
5.
new
Yeah.
3.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
the new one is pretty cool. It's smaller, lighter. It's like a pair of glasses almost.
Like the Apple thing.
It's not the Apple one's way different. But yeah, this one it has games to where like a hole will pop open in your wall while you're wearing it, and then like these little furry balls will start jumping in like little animals, and you got to get them and throw them through that hole, even though there's not.
But
a
it
hole.
incorporates the room.
Yeah.
Like it's not just,
Yeah,
that's
it's a
pretty cool.
pass through stuff.
Pretty nifty.
Yeah, it's pretty handy.
You want to try something?
I guess.
Okay. Noah, hit the music.
Sit down and listen up to what Joey's got to say.
Oh, I meant Josh's. I'm sorry, but I'll go first.
No, stop it and play Josh's now.
Don't.
Ready to get your ear holes blessed? Take it away, Josh.
Now stop that one and play Brett's. No, I'm just kidding.
What you got today?
So funny thing to bring up, and odd thing to bring up because
Yes.
yes. It's one of those touchy subjects that we
Oh,
don't
okay.
want to talk about being
Oh,
a church.
These are the most fun.
Pornography.
What about it?
Wait, what was that?
I was just looking at the people viewing. through
Porn,
the
eh?
camera. So porn, it's in the news.
Okay.
Go figure. So even with the 3D headsets like we were talking about before, right?
Yeah.
With Oculus, everything is accessible, but with the Apple new $3,000 Apple 3D VR,
Mm-hmm.
whatever thing it's called, you can't view pornography. They've set it up to where
As
that's
parental locks that can't be removed.
not parental, but like Apple Intel. Appental?
Appental.
But
Wait.
apparently that was something that they were like, oh, hey, by the way, it's like it really hurts sales.
Do they restrict pornography on everything that they sell?
No.
But then why do they just do it for?
Don't know. It was because people can walk around in public with it. That's what it's made for, is to like do pass through where you can be out in public working on things, and they don't want people just out
Isn't your phone made
working on
to?
things.
Isn't your phone made to walk around in public with?
Yeah, but it's different
How so?
because you're immersed, and you might forget you're in the real world.
Like people that look at their phones and walk into polls.
Yeah, except for you're immersed in the
done that?
entire universe.
I have. You haven't done that. You're
Walk into
telling me
polls.
you've never been looking at your phone and walked into something you didn't mean to.
No.
And you're ever. I don't
Yeah.
believe him.
I do,
Yeah.
but
I
that's
have
usually
done
because I'm tired or something. But
I get. Oh, I don't know. I don't see.
also to go in that same
Pornography's
vein,
bad. I mean, I'm not saying it's good. It's good that there's less pornography, but like
well, have
usage.
you
but
heard the news about Texas? And
No.
pornography.
I have not.
I didn't have a segment planned, but porno is it's my wheelhouse.
Porno is-
No, in Texas, apparently the Senate or whatever was trying to pass, or
The state Senate.
State Senate.
Okay. Yeah.
They were trying to pass a thing a long time ago that everything would have to be clarified that you are of 18 years of age to be able to view a site.
Like an age gate,
Well,
which
they
everybody
were
lies about, anyways. Right.
right. They were attacking what we'll say Corn Hub. It's one of the biggest
Yeah.
corn producers out in the world.
When you say corn, it makes it sound funny.
Well, if I use it for a video clip later, it gets pulled if I say the other word. that I've
Really?
been using
okay. Sorry.
prior.
Continue. Yes.
But yeah. So, but it's one of the largest ones in the world as far as websites go in that genre. And Texas was fighting it, and they were trying to do it. But for whatever reason, and I've tried to figure out why that Cornhub would fight this, the company. But they've been fighting it, and so the
Money.
state senate passed it, saying you have to rig up something they can prove that they're. I don't know why I made it old man from the redneck era.
Oh yeah. Why would the company not want people to be 18?
It's something that they've put their foot down, and they're trying to say it's a free speech act, that they're silencing free speech.
but that doesn't. You don't. Minors are totally different.
Well, I don't think it's about the minors because they just went ahead and banned it from Texas.
Oh, I thought you said it made them have to have an age age
That's
gate.
what the law was going to do. So Cornhub instead said, okay, we'll just not be in Texas. So if you live in Texas, you cannot access
I
the
didn't
largest.
know websites could do that.
Well, Yeah, VPNs make you pop up all over the
Huh.
place, which I guess is the workaround for Texans.
So just to clarify, Texas.
really
You just helped him
dedicated.
out. You're in
Yeah,
Texas.
hey guys, he's got your back. So
That's why you come here, you know.
Texas
Didn't
put
mean
the
it that
age
way.
gate in, or did they remove it completely? I'm confused.
Texas was trying to make the age gap thing.
And why would this company not want? You think
That's
they would
what
want
I've-
the age gap?
That's what I've not figured
Or
out.
age
So
age gate.
verification.
Yeah.
So all I can figure is they did it out of spite, but I feel like there has to be a bigger reason behind it, which
Like
it
a
could
slippery
be.
slope thing.
Maybe. I mean, age doesn't mean anything anymore. So people that fight for, well, they have to be 18 first, is this kind of stupid anymore?
No, age.
Because-
I think age still means something. I
Do you?
disagree.
Oh, you're mouthing over there.
No, I'm no. I'm
No,
laughing at you.
I
at this
completely
conversation.
No,
think
I'm
that
saying
age still
I'm
matters.
not saying that. I'm just saying how it
Oh,
feels in America now.
I'm sorry. I thought you were saying that.
No,
no,
I'm
no.
not.
Age matters.
That's in the
Yes.
other
Yes.
segment,
So yeah, that's later.
the Nickelodeon segment.
Actually, who?
Nick After Night.
Foreshadowing.
After night.
Nick
No.
at night.
There you go. Anyway, but no, in America though, that's how it seems to be for everyone, right? That age is not really. As
I wouldn't say
important as it used to
everyone.
be.
I think there's a push in some of the more
Conservative.
progressive or
Oh.
liberal leaning cities to remove age from people
Right.
which is a little weird to me. Not a little weird. A lot of weird to me.
MAP,
What is MAP?
minor attracted person.
Yeah, pedophile.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Map sounds nicer.
Yeah, but some things shouldn't sound nice because they're not.
Correct.
But I don't think the majority of people are on board with that, at least yet, right? I think there's still a lot of
I
people.
think
that
there's
have-
more people than there used to be. is
You
what
need
I'm
to update us while we're having this.
I'm sorry.
saying. No, you're not. Go ahead.
I am sorry.
No, they're
Yeah.
good.
What's
Yes,
happening in the
Noah?
UK game?
They threw a bad pass. They're down 2.
Noah?
So in my recent YouTube dives,
Oh, thank God.
I've discovered no.
I did not know what direction you were going with that.
This is staying on Josh's path.
Okay.
In my recent YouTube dives,
You're not going to like it.
He's like, oh
have
no,
you
don't think of me.
seen how all these communities have rallied together? Like
For-
police really laws are so strict on catching predators nowadays that these people have YouTube channels. And it's become a statewide gang. So it'll be I think it's there's Colorado Ped Patrol, there's Ohio Ped Patrol. And it's
People
people posing
hunting
as-
down?
It's like Chris Hansen, but if you
Have
just
a
went
seat.
home after this and just continued it. And
I have seen
Yeah,
some
they-
videos that
they'll
way.
Haven't you seen the signs that are like neighborhood watch?
But that was how the dude, I think in Lakota, the superintendent got caught by a couple parents from the school.
who are just making their own thing.
Yeah, and they got him to meet him at the Dollar General.
oh,
But it's they put him on blast because they'll never really get prosecuted.
Yeah.
they just
laws are-
ruin you. Like they
Laws are so strict.
They
that-
put everything out in the
but like
public
you'll get
eye.
fired or probably
yeah,
or
and
lose
then the
credibility.
Police don't do a good enough job of
Yeah.
trying to catch them.
Yeah.
And it's super cool. There's one
Vigilante justice is that what he's talking about right now?
Dad against predators. They'll meet you in a Walmart, and then when you start running out, they'll start yelling at you.
And he's
So
beat. I mean, do these guys get jumped or is it just verbal
the
abuse?
one guy got shot.
Oh, okay, that
He
might
got
be too
shot
far.
once meeting a guy.
That could be too. In fact, I believe that is violating lots
then
of rights.
One guy, he was like, "I'll
in due
fight you for the
process.
video," and then he fought the guy for the video and beat the guy's butt.
I saw that happen the other day.
It's over.
Were
It's so
these
bad, but it's
UK
entertaining.
lost.
Yeah, the guy just hit a corner 3 with
It is
30
over.
seconds left.
I love the
Sorry.
duality of this conversation.
There's a lot going on.
It's
Yeah.
just so entertaining.
So
Uh,
the question
it's
is,
bad. But
I do question the motivation of why that company would not want to verify that
It-
people who are using their site are of age.
It
Like they
piqued-
that benefits everybody to know that.
It piqued my
minors aren't
interest
doing that.
today, and I tried to research it a little bit, not in the jokingly way that you would think, but really actually looking for things of why would they do it? And everybody was just saying the same thing, that it was out of spite. Of
Yeah.
oh, you're going to
Yeah.
do this? Well, we'll show you. We'll just do this.
Yeah.
Which makes it look bad on them, as though they're like, well, we make a lot of money from young people viewing pornography that way. But that doesn't, it's not to say that there's not pornography in Texas at all, because there's going to be a lot of companies that just
Yeah.
I'll just do an age verification. Click this button. You're 18? Okay, you're 18.
I've heard people say who have both been addicted to hard drugs and pornography that it was harder to quit pornography than the hard drugs.
Yeah,
like,
because
like
people
cocaine.
can see you on hard drugs.
Yeah.
You get on hard drugs, you show up in public, and you're just like, "Oh, I'm a dinosaur." But
That was great.
yeah, there's a lot of that going on right now, which I saw people posting about. I was like, what are they talking about?
Yeah.
I was like, oh, well, this. So, and there's not just Texas. There's a few other states that passed it or was working on passing it as well. I think Virginia, maybe, and South
It
Carolina.
seems like it's a good thing to want to make sure that
well, that's
people
how,
are of a like.
I feel that's how the government uses things.
Are they
It's just
hiding
like,
behind that? Like, are they going to do
maybe.
something else?
Because there's always another
So that's why
angle.
people are afraid of like any type of gun legislation, is because they're
What
afraid if
else?
they give up something that's common sense,
What else did they put in the
then you're going to go
legislation?
after something else, and
Yeah.
it's not the slippery slope thing.
Or
But
or it's just stuff that is tucked away inside of it that's like,
that should be illegal, by the way,
for
for bills to have.
more than 30 pages.
Yes, and like restriction. There should be restriction on like how many different things a single bill can cover.
Right. So yeah. But it's interesting that there's ongoing things about it, which I mean, there's way more than that to be talking about right now because have you guys looked into the solar eclipse right yet?
What about it? It's happening. I know that much. That's all I know.
It is happening. So
Yeah, it's a solar eclipse.
no, it's more
where
than
the
that.
Earth and the.
Do you realize how many
Solar.
cities that are named Nineveh that it's going to be passing over in the full spectrum of the solar eclipse?
Have you fact checked any of this, or did
Yeah.
you just catch this on a?
No, it's all, dude. It's
Okay.
getting heavy out there.
Okay.
But
Okay. So
there's
no.
all these, there's
So
all
no.
these towns from like up to Michigan down to Texas that are named Nineveh that are going to be
Sure.
right in the dead center of.
I bet they are.
Oh yeah, because you don't want to listen. So
No,
I'll talk
I
to
just-
you.
I-
No, I'm just kidding.
I'm kidding. I'm sorry. I was not being a good teammate
No,
there.
you're fine. But no, it is passing across all these towns named Nineveh, and it is also happening.
Which means what?
the book of Nineveh, or not the book of Nineveh, the place in the biblical.
I know, but what does
era.
that?
It's the place that Jonah ran away from.
I mean,
It-
but what does that mean for us today?
Nothing.
Sorry,
It just
everyone
has-
might not know that. You should explain that.
I just did.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Or we're talking in circles. So Nineveh was where Jonah was supposed to go, and he ran away, and he got in the belly of the giant fish, which some people want to call a whale. Spit him out on the land. He went to Nineveh, preached to him, and sat under a tree that popped up overnight, and like all this other silly stuff. But he was supposed to go tell him that, hey, they're sinning and they're going to go to hell, yada yada yada.
And then he did,
So on top
and
of
then
that,
they repented,
they did
and
repent.
they were saved, and he was mad about it.
But this solar eclipse, they're talking about it because of the red heifers and the Easter falling around the same time.
What's a red heifer? What does that mean?
You weren't here for that.
No.
So
Sorry, I'm
this is
sorry.
another angle.
Here we go. Let's go in even more.
There was some dudes in out in mid-America who were raising cattle, and they decided, like, hey, we should raise red heifers just out of nowhere.
Okay.
They're like, okay, let's do that. So they started raising purebred red heifers, which is the long-haired red bull or the red cows.
Sure.
right? So they're doing this. Well, not too long ago, some fellas from Israel showed up and said, hey, we'd like to purchase one of your perfect red heifers. And they're like, what? And they're like, we see that you're breeding them. In the biblical times, a perfect sacrifice through, it's in Deuteronomy, where when they made sacrifices back in Old Testament times, having a perfect red heifer was the ultimate sacrifice for to be forgiven of sins
Okay.
through the priesthood and stuff like that, which means no hairs out of place, never been used to pull a plow, never been yoked at all, never been bred. It was a perfect red heifer. That's what they would use for sacrifice. Well, at the oncoming of this solar eclipse, it's going past all these cities named Nineveh in the certain time frame that it falls right after Easter. They're talking about how Israel might be sacrificing these perfect red heifers for the first time since Old Testament times.
I'm still confused at the Nineveh thing.
The Nineveh thing's just a good coincidence that it's
Okay.
biblically related. It's just kind of uncanny that it's falling directly across the path, all these paths that they show across America.
Yeah.
Um,
I got to. My contacts are killing me. I'm going to take them out.
that's great.
So I'm going to look down. It's
So-
going to be kind of gross.
So anyway, these red heifers are all supposed to be perfect. They could be getting sacrificed here soon in Israel, which is where the Wailing Wall and all this stuff and the coming of Jesus. There's a lot of things adding up that are going to get kind of crazy.
Hey, let him come on back.
Yeah, so, and a lot of people are saying to be prepared, stocked up for about 2 weeks worth of food and water because something might go down. And
For
there's,
what? If it goes that bad, I just want to go.
Well-
I don't want to live 2 more weeks and then
Well,
die.
that's going to happen. But but there's all of these like reservists being called out for the towns where the eclipse is going to be happening, and they're saying it's because there's going to be so many people showing up to try to see the full eclipse. But there's also like geological scientists going to like supposed to be in here, and like nuclear physicists that are supposed to be there in these paths of where this is all going down.
So what do people think is going to happen?
Biblical proportion type disaster.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff to be said. This is just me highlighting some of the key points that you could look at, which you won't because you're remodeling your sanctuary. So
That has been where I've been for most of the last 4 weeks.
let's not push it. You've been there a little bit.
It's been a lot. I have seen the post where people are putting up like the path that it's going to take
Yeah.
is a Hebrew symbol, allegedly.
There's a lot of stuff going around,
Hey,
man.
everybody calm down. He's going to come back when he comes back.
Well,
We'll be fine.
it makes it a worrisome thing if you're pre, post, or whatever tribulation.
Does it really matter, though?
It will matter.
I know,
if
but does it
we're-
really matter?
Yeah, if we're stuck in the
But does it?
tribulation, it's going to suck.
I know, short term, but long term, does it really
How
matter?
short is the term? Because we've been saying Jesus is coming for however long he's been gone.
I'm saying either way, as long as you're good with him, you'll be all right.
Tribulation of 3,000 years that you're not going to live through. It's going to suck.
I don't think any of us are going to live for 3,000 more years.
Yeah, who knows?
Yeah.
Methuselah.
780. No,
Methuselah.
done. Out, done.
Game's done.
No, it's not over yet, but it's
Really? Wow.
It's not over, but it's over. But anyway,
Hey,
bunch of stuff
way
going
to
on.
make a segment.
Yeah,
that was
pornography
nice.
in the Bible, man.
Maybe we should try that
Red
more
heifers.
often. I mean, that worked out.
That's my thing.
Yeah.
What?
Red heifers.
Oh,
Oh my goodness. All right, I got something now.
Sit down and listen up to what Joey's got to say.
Boom, boom, boom. What's up? When's the last time you guys were at a hospital?
January.
Not a doctor's office, a hospital.
I feel like I've been to one recent. No.
Yeah.
3 years ago.
January.
That's
Edie
recent.
Edie was born.
January. Yeah. Yeah, for your legs.
Yeah.
When's the last time you were there for? Was it for you or someone else last time you were there?
Baby was born.
Oh, baby. Okay. So, part of a pastor's job is to go to the hospital and visit people when they're having surgery or after surgery, or it all depends on every situation,
Pre,
right?
post, trib.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Hospital visits. It's a big part of the gig, and it's nice because like people are nervous and like you're not just you're not just someone extra there. It's like you can actually help somebody. So it's nice to be useful and helpful, right?
Yeah.
So you either show up beforehand and pray with people, or you show up afterward and pray with them. Like it's just sit and talk for a while.
Yeah.
It's a good. It is not good that they're in the hospital, but it's nice to be able to help somebody
But it gives you
going
something
through a
to
tough
do.
time. It makes you feel.
Gives you something. to
No,
do.
not like that. It makes you feel like you're doing something for real,
Important.
right? Like, yes, important. And so I went to the hospital on Monday to visit someone from the church that had a surgery, and I have this thing where I don't ride elevators. We've talked about this
Yeah.
before.
You're a big chicken, yeah.
So I was going to the hospital, and I got on and my mom was there too, and she got on the elevator. She's like, "Let's just go," because this person was on the 9th floor.
Okay.
And that's a lot of steps. I'm like, all right, I'll do the elevator. I'll tough it up.
Yeah.
Because at a hospital is one of the only places I feel okay to do an elevator sometimes.
Because if worse happens, you're already there.
And it's like they're not going to let that be shut down for very long because they need it, right? So I won't ride a parking garage elevator ever. Ever. But hospital, I won't. So I step into this elevator, and it is smaller than a normal elevator. It's
Yeah.
like I get in, and we're standing there, and right before the door closes, I'm like, nope, I can't do it, and I walk out.
Witty bitty elevator.
And mom's like, all right, I'll see you at the top. Find the steps. So I go ask somebody, and I'm like, hey, I need steps to the 9th floor. They look at me, and they're like, we don't have steps to the 9th floor. And I said, actually, you do. You have to. It's
Emergency.
law.
Yeah.
Like, you have to. And she's like, I'd have to call somebody because it's locked, like, to get in. I have to call somebody. And I was like, okay, we'll figure all that out. And she's like, go down these steps, take them. So I went all the way down this long hallway, went up 9 flights of steps.
Dang.
As I get to the 8th flight, I hear construction.
Oh.
And I'm like, this is getting weird. And I go up that last flight, construction gets louder and louder. I get to the top, the door's wide open. I step in, it's just a whole floor of the hospital getting ripped out and rebuilt.
So you're on the wrong floor.
Oh, I am not on the right floor. I don't think they would put a post-surgery patient in that area, right?
Right.
So I'm like, oh, this is the wrong stairwell.
That's why the small elevator was open.
Yeah, exactly. So I go back down all of the flight 9 steps.
Yeah.
So that's 18 at that point, right? Then I found another stairwell. I went up 5 floors. I only did 5 because there was only 5 in that stairwell. I didn't know that, and it doesn't tell you that until you get to the top. And you're like, oh, I'm out of steps. So I'm back down. That's 10 more, so that's 28. I did another 9, and I got to the 9th floor, and it was a door to the roof.
Mm.
So, which was locked, by the way. That would have been so cool though,
Yeah.
if it wasn't. But clearly not a hospital floor. So I went back down that 9. So what was I at? 28 was 28 plus 18, 46.
72. I don't know.
Is it 46?
28, yeah.
Yeah, 46. So that's 46 flights of steps. So I go and my mom starts talking to somebody up there. One of the ladies that worked up there got on the elevator, came all the way down the elevator, found me out by the cafe. Said, "Are you Joey?" I said, "Yeah." She walked me over. She said, "This is the steps for you to use. I'm not doing it,
Yeah.
but you can do it. It'll be fine." So I did another 9 and another 9 on the way back. So what's 46 plus 18?
A bunch.
64.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
So all in all, I did 64 flights of stairs in a half hour. So it's a good workout plan.
All that to be said,
Yeah.
your fear of elevators is why you're so skinny.
I never thought about that.
I was always wondering, like, we're all, well, not me, but we're all fairly close in age, but you stay skinny amongst everybody
I'm going
else.
out
I'm
doing
like,
64
it's
flights.
because his job forces him to be fearful of elevators, thus getting a workout in.
Because unfortunately, the pastorate is a profession where people do tend to over time gain weight because it can be sedentary, right?
Yeah,
So maybe people just need to stop using elevators and
Sure.
they'll stay skinny.
maybe. Well, if they do enough hospital visits.
Yeah. Yeah, you got to do the hospital visit. That's
Or
important.
have a church where you have extra sick people, not for them being sick wise, but for
So
getting
you're
more
wishing for
exercise.
more sick people so you could stay healthier?
well, like go to the neighborhood and find somebody that's got like the signs
Oh
up
my
for cancer
goodness.
and stuff, and be like, "Hey, I want to invite you to church.
oh my
I've been
goodness.
putting on an extra 20.
Oh my
knock
This
off
is workout. It's just,
That is not okay.
workout plan.
This
It's
is
not.
workout plan.
I don't know. It's just a thought.
Yes, it was just a thought.
If you start to gain weight, I'm saying,
Yeah.
it's a good idea.
But, it was worth it. It was a good visit. But
Yeah.
64 flights of steps.
Do you have something to track your calorie burn and all that?
I wasn't wearing. I had my phone in my pocket.
Mm.
I was sweating. I mean, like
Yeah.
I was legitimate. But on the last flight, I got up the 9 flights before the lady in the elevator got up. I stood there waiting for her to open the door, and then she finally opened, and she goes, "Oh, I wasn't expecting you to be here yet."
Hmm.
I was like, "Yeah,
That's
2 at a
neat.
time. You gotta take them 2 at a time if you're doing that many."
Yeah, I guess.
No,
I don't know.
you guys don't have
I-
any step stories
I don't climb stairs much.
ever.
No, I read the elevator.
What's the most amount of stairs you've done in one shot?
Eiffel Tower? No, I didn't go up the steps on that or the elevator.
You've been to Boston? Did you go up the Boston or the Bunker Hill Monument?
It was closed,
Oh, sad day.
I think.
Probably at like a Reds game. Take the stairs
Really?
up and down. Yeah.
It's a lot of steps.
At NYC in Phoenix, we were like on the 20-something floor, and there's so many people there. The elevators are just always packed full, and there's no way I'm getting on a packed elevator.
Yeah.
I did the 20-something
like-
flights every time.
Sounds like you're not getting on any elevator.
I would get on an elevator. If it was a little bit bigger, I would, or a glass one. I'm totally cool with glass
'Cause you
elevators.
can see out.
How dumb is that?
Yeah, it's pretty dumb.
Fun
Yeah.
fact of the day: 50
Okay.
flights of stairs equals a single mile.
Oh,
Wow, I didn't even do 2 miles.
no.
That's nothing. Then.
Oh,
Well, that makes sense then, because I can go run about 10, 12
It's about
miles.
2,000 steps a mile.
Huh.
Yeah. Well, that's fun. I mean, except for the hospital part.
Yeah, I wish I didn't have to go to the hospital because that would mean people weren't sick. But if they are sick, I will go.
But if you didn't go to the hospitals, you get fat.
Yeah.
You'd fit in better around here, but on this table.
You guys aren't fat, are you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty fat. Getting
Yeah.
there again.
Big
You
man.
can lose weight if you wanted to.
I'm fatter than
Yeah,
him, but
it's
it's
just
just
a
he's
commitment.
taller.
One word for you boys, Ozempic.
No, I'm not doing that stuff.
How do you feel about that?
I don't like it.
I've heard that there are women who are getting pregnant while on Ozempic, but they don't gain weight because Ozempic, and so they don't realize they're pregnant until they're like really
I heard
pregnant.
somebody the other day saying that somebody was 7 months pregnant
Yeah.
and didn't know it.
They call them Ozempic babies.
I feel like we could come up with a better name.
Oh, babies.
Better. I don't know. Huge.
I just realized. Yeah.
Yes, I don't know
Yeah.
if that would be working.
Zemp kids.
But no, I don't like it. It's like a magic drug.
Zemp kids.
It's like, hey, you can't lose weight. Take this thing. You don't have to do anything else.
I heard there's a pill in the work to do that, but instead of make you lose weight, it
Makes
can
you
give
work
you
out?
yes, it can give you the benefits of like you get muscular
That's silly.
because it
It's called
works.
steroids.
yeah.
No, you don't.
D-ball?
No, with the steroids, you still have to do the work.
Yeah, you do have to.
This
do the work.
the whole thing of this is it like genetically changed it, like it changes your makeup into muscle,
And it
so you
only
don't have
gives
to do any work.
It only gives you 3 different types of cancer. On top of
The
that,
people are worried about the COVID vaccine.
Yeah, but they're all going to be hitting standing in line like,
Turns-
shoot me up, give me the muscle
turns
juice.
out it's not muscles; it's just tumors. Look how jacked I am.
I got a tumor on my bicep. Both of them, actually.
Oh my goodness! All right,
Can I have the tumor straight in my butt cheeks?
Brett, do you have a segment?
Yeah.
Story time with Brett.
Yeehaw.
Yeah,
That's what Kentucky fans are saying right now.
it's over.
Yeehaw.
Yeah.
Gosh, I told you, Jenna.
I'm a
No,
Kentucky
you
fan.
did not. I told you.
I told her the whole game. I was like,
16
they're going to be
minutes.
fine. They're going to be fine. She's like, no, we're going to lose. We're going to lose. We're going to lose. It turns out she was
16
right.
Minutes.
All right, you win.
Thank you.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I am.
So Brett,
So
I'm a
yeah,
Kentucky
basketball.
fan,
Now it's
so-
baseball season, right?
Yeah, basketball's officially over now.
it
Instead
just
of Kentucky.
started.
Man,
We're
the
on to-
first night. The first night. That's bad. You got to beat. It's Oakland, located in Rochester, Michigan.
It's their first time.
Oh my
Heartbroken.
goodness. All right, what you got, Brett?
You're from Lexington.
I'm a
kinda.
Kentucky fan. I'm sad right now.
It's still
Hey,
like 2 hours.
You
or
guys
3
can
hours away.
root. We can root for Tennessee now.
Yeah, I'd rather actually not even watch basketball ever again than root for Tennessee. But how many? Speaking of
Rocky
watching
Top.
things, how many times or how many people have seen the new documentary on Netflix or not Netflix? I don't
Cinemax.
really know what it's on because I use a different service.
Max.
Nickelodeon is what I was shooting for.
Oh. But the documentary's not through Nickelodeon because they're like, no,
What's it called?
no.
Quiet on Set.
Quiet on
Oh,
set.
this is the Drake, but yeah. Because turns out some things may.
Not listening.
Or wait, I'm sorry. Has anyone been like
It's
legally
not about
charged or
him
convicted?
doing bad things.
No, it's about bad things happening to him.
Correct.
And other.
Cast
Yeah.
members.
Yeah.
So have charges been brought and have people been convicted of these things?
Let's listen to Brett. He knows.
I'm only asking that because I need to know if can I say allegedly, or do I have to say allegedly, or can I just
No.
say they did it?
No, they did it.
So in a court of law, they did it.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Then they did it.
So the guy that did
Not
it,
cool
the
that they
guy,
did it, by the
cool,
way.
they got it.
No,
Yeah,
not cool that they did it, but cool that we can move on in our conversation. I didn't mean that.
You
I
guys
just meant
have had so many comments tonight where it sounds so bad.
I just wanted to say it the right way because if they haven't been convicted yet, I didn't want to say they had because that could
No,
that's
this happened
wrong.
in
Those are all comments
2003.
from
So they have
the
been like
earlier
this guy's
talks.
in jail.
No. Okay. so-
Excuse me.
the
Go
guy-
ahead. Sorry. Tell people what happened.
Yeah, if
So-
you could shut up for 2 seconds. you could
Quiet
tell
on the
us
set,
about-
Josh.
Jeez. You've been going on for 10 minutes. Like, well, it doesn't.
there was a guy. So everybody knows Drake Bell, right? Drake and Josh.
Yeah.
Funny show. We all watched it. Right?
rough.
Josh, did you watch it?
It was no, I was a little too old.
It was like 2003.
I know.
I
it.
never watched it.
2002.
I was a little too old as well.
Really?
Just barely. Just missed it.
For
I mean,
Drake and Josh?
yeah.
I watched it.
I was
You need to
watching.
wa-
I was
you
in
need to watch
college.
it. It's a good
When
show.
I got to middle school, it was all History Channel, man.
Weirdo.
And
Explains a lot.
History Channel and porn.
No. Back then, the History Channel was real history. It wasn't like
It was
Pawn
too hard
Stars
to
and
get
all
to
that
that.
stuff.
Pawn Stars.
Anyway.
So Drake from Drake and Josh.
Yeah, the skinny one.
Yeah. So
Thank you for clarifying.
Yeah.
He was on the Amanda Bynes show. You guys remember the
Amanda,
Amanda, Bynes
please.
shows? Yeah.
I do remember that. one.
Amanda.
Bringing the Dancing
Joe.
Lobsters.
Was he on all that?
Yes,
Or was that-
he was on all that.
Was it like
I
still
don't
around?
think he was on all
Because
that.
Kenan Thompson was.
Neither one of them were on all
Yeah.
that.
Amanda Bynes was started on all that, and
Yes.
then she
Amanda,
went
please.
to her own Amanda show.
Yeah.
But so he's growing up, kid star. He's probably like
Yeah.
12, 13,
Little kid.
getting famous.
Yeah.
And then they pitch an idea for this buddy comedy of Drake and Josh.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well, he gets his dialogue coach, and it's Dan Snyder's like friend.
Dan Snyder, like
He's the creator
ex-owner of Washington Commanders.
No,
No.
he's the
Creator of everything Nickelodeon.
Yeah, Amanda Bynes show, all that. He did all like those are all him.
Okay, so big,
And-
powerful executive has a friend.
Yeah, big
Okay.
fat executive.
Is he big and fat?
Yeah,
Yes.
he was.
Yeah.
Is the
Still-
friend
still
also
is.
big and fat?
No.
No.
Okay.
Anyway, so he has a dialogue coach that's helping the kids do their learn their
Mhm.
lines, stuff like that. Turns out this guy is a weirdo.
Like weirdo or like pedophile?
Both.
Well, both.
Ooh.
Yeah. So he was an openly gay guy. He was
Okay.
openly gay,
Yeah.
but he started taking a liking to Drake Bell.
Oh.
So, he started like coaching him up. Drake's dad saw all of this. Like his dad was his manager. He started to get to be 14, 15 around this time. He started driving a wedge in between Drake and his dad because his dad was like, "Hey, I don't want you alone with my kid." Like he sees it. Yes.
Oh.
So he convinces Drake to fire him as his manager, and he moves.
Minors can make that decision?
Well, his dad let him do it because Drake was turning, 14, 15 years old. He's
getting
like,
old.
he can make his own decisions on his career. So it like saddened his dad, and he handed everything over to his mom.
Yeah.
He told him like he was stealing his money, stuff that actually happened to like Britney Spears and stuff like that.
But he was.
He wasn't, no.
Oh,
And he
man.
turned over all of his accounts and everything checked out. Like it was good. He had what he was supposed to have to his mom. And when he turned it all over, he told the mom, "Hey, do not let him alone with this Brian guy, Brian Peck." And he's like, "There's something weird about him. I just don't trust him. Just make sure at all times that's
Somebody
not
else
alone."
is with him. Yeah.
Well, she started getting lax. This Brian Peck guy started taking him to all of his auditions. He lived an hour away from the. He lived an hour away.
I was like, what?
No, I got a message. He lived an hour away from
Oh, I kicked the stool.
Josh's or not Josh, Drake's
I shook
house.
your camera. Sorry.
That's all right. He so he would start instead of
Staying over.
he would start staying over. And so Drake was like, I fell asleep one night on the couch and I woke up. This guy's doing
Stuff to him.
He wouldn't get into it on camera.
Well,
He
yeah.
said, he's like, think about the most heinous, horrible things that you can imagine, and that's what happened.
Did he tell his mom?
Oh.
No. He ate
He just
Did it.
like it just
yeah, he hid it for years and years. So what finally got this guy caught was he was at he had gotten a girlfriend. He's like 16 at this point, so it's been happening for years. He's 16 at his girlfriend's house, and he was supposed to go to Brian's friend's party at Disney. Like they were taking him to Disneyland because Drake liked doing that or whatever. And so he was ignoring him. He didn't want to go. He wanted to hang out with his girlfriend. So this guy's like ringing him on the phone. He's calling his cell phone nonstop, right after another, right after another, right after another. He doesn't answer it. He starts calling his girlfriend's house right after another, right after another. And girlfriend's mom
yeah.
was like, what? She
This
pulls
is
him to the
weird.
side and was like, what is going on?
Yeah.
And he said she figured it out in like 6 seconds.
Yeah.
Good for
'Cause
her,
she's
man.
An outside source.
She's a
It's like,
mom.
She's an
this is
actual
not
good
right.
mom. Yeah.
And so they called the police. Throughout the entire case, he was like a John Doe. They didn't name his name in it. So for all these years, they knew that this guy molested a child and it was an actor on a show, but they
Within
didn't know it was.
Nickelodeon.
Yeah, they didn't know it was Drake.
And he's still working.
Well,
No.
Okay, good.
So listen to this. During his trial, he got hundreds of actors and executives and
To sign papers saying, "Hey, he's reformed. He's not a bad guy." The dude from
they-
Growing Pains, the dad from Growing Pains,
Alan
Wait,
Thicke.
wait.
Alan Thicke, and his son Robin Thicke,
Yeah.
who was the singer.
Admitting that he did what he said they said he
No, no,
did,
no.
or saying that he never
Saying
did
that
it?
he's a upstanding character.
Yeah, just like they
the-
did for
bas-
Danny McMahon.
So there's nobody has evidence. It's all just
they're all
No.
friends of him, and they're trying to give
So
good representations of
to
it.
bring
Just
the charges
yeah.
to bring the charges
down. Yeah.
they the cops Drake's mom his girlfriend's mom called Drake's mom
yeah.
and then she alerted the police, and so in order for them to get the charges brought, they had Drake ring him up on the phone and got him to admit to everything.
And on recorded line,
Yeah, they were on it.
and he's not in
Dang.
jail.
I don't. We should have said spoilers
Yeah, spoiler alert.
in case you want to watch this
you
documentary.
don't say it after.
Well, too late. But anyway,
Anyway,
the 5 people are going to be okay.
so they catch him.
Man,
they,
rich people just can do whatever they want.
They charge him, and throughout the entire court thing, he's got all these people writing in saying, "Wow, this
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 ludicrous.
kid must have done something to provoke this." Like that
Wait,
was some of
do
the.
all
And this
these
was back in
people-
early 2000s when that
Yes.
was like language you could use.
Do
for
the
that situation.
people testifying
They're not
know
really-
about the recorded?
They're not
conversation?
testifying.
They to their defense, a lot of them are saying, which we don't know if it's true or not, that they didn't know the allegations. He had asked them to write something about his character.
Yeah.
We missed a lot of comments.
Yeah, I told him to refresh it.
What happened?
Ton of comments rolled in.
We
It's all
were.
right.
Yes,
So-
that's yeah.
So like the two guys from Boy Meets World, Eric
Oh my goodness.
and Sean,
Yeah.
the two friends of
Yeah.
from
Yeah.
Boy Meets
they
World.
wrote letters for him.
Wow.
Guy did all these years. Like it got crazy. Like because you can read the court documents and it actually comes out what he did.
Why would they
Oh.
protect him?
I don't know.
Well, maybe nothing happened to them and they thought he was a nice guy.
Or he has dirt on them?
He served 16 months in jail.
That's all because of all
16
those
months.
references from all these
Dude.
people.
Got out of jail, got hired by the
Ooh.
Sweet Life of Zach and Cody
on Disney.
as their
So they-
dialogue coach.
Man, so they just Catholic churched it, huh? They just
yeah, they just,
removed him and then put him right back in another parish with brand new people to
yeah.
abuse.
The people that
Has anybody talked to them boys?
I don't know. The people that hired him on that show.
Kelly said, "Thanks, Debbie Downer. I mean, Brett."
Oh,
Usually this is my thing, but
this isn't Debbie. This isn't Debbie Downer.
No, this is just a crazy
this
documentary.
is a little. This is
This is-
sad. This is depressing.
I just don't understand how parents.
Money,
I
Dude.
don't. There's not enough money in the world.
dude. R. Kelly was actively molesting teenage girls, and their parents and families were like pimping them to like bringing them to him on purpose, knowing what was going to happen to them, just so they could be in the circle of R. Kelly.
So there was three people on this set working with this Dan Snyder. There was the one guy I was just telling you about, Brian Peck. There was not a camera guy. He had a PA. I don't know what they're called.
a grip.
Production guy. Yeah, that he would like walk the kids around and take them away from their parents. But he was also a weirdo. Like
That's like
he sent pictures of himself to a 7-year-old that
Well,
he saw.
all of the
on-
stuff I've seen, it was talking about how the main guy, the chubby guy,
Yeah,
whatever it is, Dan,
he's a turd.
Schneider. It was talking about all the weird things, all the segments he would come up with on all that and stuff of just like weird things that were inappropriate,
like
but
girl.
they didn't giggle about it as being inappropriate, just being weird.
Yeah,
The Pickle Man
that's
the
the guy.
Pickle Boy?
That's the Pickle Boy is the guy that is
did
the-
all that stuff.
Yes.
Ah.
He
He had a character on all that called the Pickle Boy. So he would just walk around with a giant platter of pickles and be like, somebody would be like, I'm hungry. And he's like, ah.
there was one
pickles."
segment where he shoved a pickle through a hole in the wall.
Yeah. Yeah, like a glory
glory.
pickle hole.
I see what's happening now.
Yeah, there
Yeah,
was
yeah.
a lot of that going on. But it was all like to be silly, to be funny.
That's
like-
not like that. That's just we're
Yeah.
just being goofing around.
Yeah,
There's
we're just being
also
weird.
Another big one going around online of him in a hot tub with Amanda Bynes.
Yeah.
See, I watched that one and I didn't think that one was super weird. Like it's
I'm
weird
assuming-
that
was-
you're in a hot tub with.
She was underage at the moment.
She's like 13. Yeah.
Yeah.
But Amanda
But-
Bynes is kind of like Britney Spears nowadays.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know,
She
but
lost it.
also like it was
Britney's
just a
back,
weird
dude.
like he was fully clothed in the hot. Like it was just a goofy segment. I
Yeah.
did.
Well, that's how they pushed a
maybe
lot
I-
of their stuff. I mean, they
Yeah.
made things just goofy. So it
Maybe
seemed
I
like-
didn't see that one that way. But
You have to kind
like
of melt the
Schneider
lines.
guy. The Schneider guy had like a pool at his house shaped as a foot, and he had all these weird skits that he had them do with their feet,
yeah,
and
like
like the girls doing.
because apparently Ariana Grande was on his, and those are some weird ones.
Yeah, they did some
They're weird.
just weird stuff that it was like, okay, no.
She was like, maybe I can lay on the edge of my bed and drink a bottle of water upside down. And she's like laying there, like it's super, like it
Like
looks
suggestive?
Like, yes, like
Uh,
and she's like dumping water on her face and stuff. Like it's weird.
That's man.
But-
Rich people can do whatever they want.
No,
and just
so
get away
if I
with
was
it. That's nuts.
one of the parents of the 7-year-old that got the picture sent to her, she was like, I didn't call the police or anything. And like he emailed this picture of him doing stuff to himself. And I'm like, I looked at Sarah during this
Why wouldn't you
and
call
I
the
said,
police?
that guy, I wouldn't call the police either. And here's why. Because that guy, you would never find him. Like he would just be gone.
I think we would discuss this off show before of like, what would you do in this situation? It's like, probably going to jail.
Yeah, probably
Yeah,
jail for a
for
long
real.
time.
It is the anniversary of that one guy that shot the pedophile. Did you see that
In
one?
like the courtroom.
No, at
Oh.
the airport.
Yes,
Oh,
the older one, right? When he by the phone,
The phone booth. He was on the phone,
and the
on
guy's
phone
like,
booth.
"Why'd you do it?" I'm like, "Why'd he do it?"
Well, they, he got off of it.
You
'cause
know-
he pled
yeah.
insanity,
Yeah, the
temporary insanity.
The guy that shot him.
Mhm.
A
the
Time to
dad.
Kill, right? It's
Yeah.
in that whole movie
But it was
about
the
that.
anniversary of that, just like a couple days ago.
He
But it's
dropped that
crazy.
homie right in the hallway, like to the dome piece.
And I know
And the whole
Drake
jury was like, "Whatever."
committed some crimes himself.
Well,
like
that
some
helps to
stuff.
explain a little bit of.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that has to cause you to do
But it
those things,
could.
but it's not helping you.
Yeah. and to bottle it up for years and just keep letting it happen.
and not be
Mhm.
able to, and then to see people that you work with and probably considered friends
Yeah.
taking the other person, people he's probably abused too, by the way. And they're taking his side because he's the money and he's the power. If I don't take this guy's side, then I'm never going to get another job in this, in this not
It's like
company,
the,
but
the
like
Harvey Weinstein
Yes.
thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
yeah.
The weirdest, one of the weirdest parts. I'm sorry, and then we can stop. I don't know
You're all
where
good.
we're at.
No, this is good.
He had these people over for a party, and he had like Hollywood memorabilia in his garage, which is common. You'd think is common for.
Oh,
a guy
I
that
heard
does
this
dog-
part too. This
And
is good.
there's
Did
a
you
pic-
see this?
No, but I've seen clips and
Okay.
bits.
That's how I started. This was online, like
You
on
see somebody
on-
else
yeah.
talking about it. It's like, oh, I got to watch this.
Yeah. So there's a picture of a clown,
Okay.
and
Creepy already.
Yeah,
I know the name if you need it.
and
What's the name of the clown?
No, it's a self-portrait
yeah, it's a
of a
self-portrait
famous
of a
person who used to
famous
dress up
that
like a
used to
clown.
dress up a clown,
and eat people.
and he got super excited because
Oh.
somebody asked about it.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Oh yeah, let me show you this." And he flips it around and takes it out of the painting or out of the frame, and it's from John Wayne Gacy.
Because
He-
he was famously, he
I
would
know.
dress up as a clown and kill
He
people. and eat
he would.
Why
do
did he
things to
have
bullshit.
that?
them. It gets better.
He became pen pals with him
While in prison.
while he was in prison, and so he's like, "Oh, you think that's cool? I look at all the letters I got from him."
Yeah. He had a full book of letters talking to him. And it was a prized possession of his. It was a self-portrait that he painted.
While
Check
in
out all
jail.
my
John-
Hitler paintings.
John Wayne Gacy painted this picture. It was a self-portrait that he painted himself.
And if that doesn't scream red flag, because that's what John Wayne Gacy was he was a pedophile and then he would kill him
We should let that man work with children.
Well,
twice.
He's
Well.
currently doing it, right?
I don't.
Those
think
are just
so.
the two
Probably
big
not
moments.
today.
No.
He could-
not at this point.
I mean,
I don't know
That's-
what he's. I haven't. they
that
don't-
makes me mad. And I'm not sad now. I'm mad.
No, he's still working with them. He
Yeah.
still works with Nickelodeon.
Now I'm mad.
Doesn't create stuff anymore.
Or not. I thought Sweet Life was Disney.
That was
That was
Disney. Yeah.
Brian Peck.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. I'm getting them mixed up. You're talking about the. Dan guy.
Another
No,
weird
no.
guy.
Brian Peck is the one that had the John Wayne Gacy.
That's
Yeah.
creepy.
Yeah.
Dan Schneider. He never really did anything to like children.
He
He-
didn't help them.
Yeah, he was just like a super bad like boss. Like he was a jerk
Yeah.
boss, and weird. Like I don't know.
He did a segment as well that's not on this documentary, I don't think. The fat guy. We had a goatee, but he sat down with somebody else and did a piece to be like, I'm not that bad of a guy. These were all trumped up trumped up things. That this I wasn't Snyder. He
Yeah,
did an
yeah.
interview later on. And it was like, dude, this was all scripted, and you had a guy interview you. Like, this is not.
This doesn't seem
this
very
is not
genuine.
helping you.
It was
Yeah.
it was actually a guy, the guy that used to be on Sweet. Was it Sweet
No,
Life?
it was iCarly. It was
iCarly.
TiVo.
Yeah, he's the one interviewing him. A guy that used to be on one of the kid shows.
The
that he
shows
It
that
was
he
on
produced.
did,
an
yeah.
FDR stunt
So he only
for
uses the
Nickelodeon.
Yeah.
people that he knows he can control.
in a way.
Yeah,
Oh my goodness, that's
yeah. He's the type of guy that helped
Needs
tried to
to-
help Amanda get emancipated from her parents.
yeah. So then he could
He
have-
helped her do that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
or try to do it.
I'm
She-
sure there were no bad motives in that.
But
Yeah,
I think
it's
I think
just-
it's on
it's a good watch.
Cinemax though, on the Max whatever
Yeah.
thing. If you're wanting to find it on a
I
platform,
think it's just Max now
yeah, that's what I was thinking.
because HBO.
But it's
used to be on
called
there.
Quiet on the Set. The
Watch it
Nickelodeon.
if you want to be
Sad
sad.
and
Yeah,
disturbed and angry.
Well, in our age group too, it's like a lot of what we grew up on as far as Nickelodeon watching and just like cartoons and TV.
yeah.
That's
Did you
terrible.
like all that?
I did like all that.
what?
Did you?
Yeah,
All that?
the
I
show.
love that show. Watch that show all the time.
There was a show before that called
Are you afraid of the dark?
Kids in the.
no, there was a Nickelodeon one before all that.
That was like all that.
It was like all
Are
that.
you sure?
And yeah, it was on a stage, and that's when they first started sliming everybody.
Oh, the Double Dare.
Nope.
Double Dare's
there was a
amazing.
whole show that was just a skit
Guts.
comedy.
Guts was amazing.
See, I'm old.
Do you have it? Guts
we
with
look-
Mike O'Malley. Guts with Mike O'Malley. Sign me up. All
To begin
day.
that documentary, they bring in the host of Double Dare. I forget his name. What is his name?
Summers.
Yeah, yeah. I know who you're talking. That's his name.
Is that in the comment? Someone said something about it. Mark Summers.
Mark Summers.
Yeah, they
He's
show.
a germaphobe.
Yeah, and they show him watching the videos of Ariana Grande and some like one. I can say it. I guess it's out there. One of the segments of her little skit thing
Mhm.
that she did, Sam and Cat, I think was her thing.
I have no idea.
And also Victorious.
Yeah. She one of the like little clips on it was she took a potato and was trying to squeeze the juice out of it.
Yeah, I'm gonna get juice out of a potato.
Yeah.
That made it on TV.
Yes.
Man, I never saw that.
That's what the guy
That's
said.
ugh.
He said, this aired on
That's
Nickelodeon.
messed up.
Yeah, that's what that Mark Summers guy was like, because they showed it to him like on a phone.
What did he
was like-
say?
He was like, seriously, this was on TV?
This aired. That's what he said. This aired on
Yeah.
TV.
He's like, I owe Nickelodeon a lot, but
Yeah, but like I ain't with him. I ain't riding with him on this one. You figure it out.
yeah.
Sorry, now you got me thinking of old Nick shows.
Yeah, I'm trying to find the name of that
Rocket
show.
Power.
Rocket Power was so good.
There's today's special.
Gosh, that's so bad. All that stuff was happening like right in front of our face, and we just didn't know because
crazy.
we were children.
That's what Hollywood is. Like,
It's so sketchy.
Hollywood is that, though. You
So
know what I
it's just
mean?
a
See,
cult.
this was my era. Hey, dude, Clarissa explains it all. Salute your
Clarissa
shores.
Pete and Pete.
The Secret World of Alex Mack. Pete and Pete.
Pete and Pete's so good. I do like me some Pete and Pete.
You don't know what Pete and Pete is?
You can't do that
well-
on television. That's the show that I was thinking of. 1979.
They should have kept
Turns
it.
out that was a pretty.
Yeah.
The title should have been "You Can't Do That," like not just on TV, but hey man, you can't do that.
I'm trying to
Stop
see-
doing that.
Trying to find the picture so you can see it.
Gosh,
So I'm not trying to start controversies or anything.
controversy.
Controversies.
Go ahead.
Controversy?
Joey has a note in his desk saying, "Call Dan about the party."
Dan Schneider.
Dan Schneider.
It doesn't say.
It says, "Call Dan."
Step one, it doesn't say Dan. Step
That's it.
two,
Says,
probably a good policy not to read the notes off my desk on the.
"Call Dan about a party."
It doesn't say Dan. Read it.
Is that not
I
an
might
A?
say dad.
Dawn.
That's an A.
Oh. Dan.
It's not
I don't-
Dan.
I don't care.
I'm not going to say who it is because I don't want to.
'Cause we're
But
live
I'll
on
tell
a
you later.
network.
But it's not Dan.
Uh-huh. I'll be looking out for you.
Should
Yeah.
we go into our Pod Bless segment?
Sure.
It's 10:05.
Yeah.
Pod bless your heart.
All right, Noah. All I want you to do.
Just look up there. He's got it.
I took my contacts out.
Oh, I can
Um,
read it.
So okay, then Josh, you go ahead and read it. Just go ahead and Josh or Noah, you can see it.
Let
I'll,
Noah- let
I'll
Noah
read
read
the.
it.
I
He's
can
got-
see the title, and then you read the rest. You ready?
Noah's got the whole segment there. Yeah.
Woman pinned cougar during hand-to-hand combat to save friend trapped in its jaws. Noah, would you read the rest of that story for me, please?
Alrighty here. A group of Seattle area cyclists who helped one of their own escape the jaws of a cougar recounted their story this weekend, saying they fought the cat and pinned it down.
Noah, can you
Time
tell
out.
me how old the lady was that pinned the cat down?
I mean, if you
You've
look
got
at
the
your
No,
read
hold
story,
on. I'm making a case here, sir. You can rebut after I'm done.
Does not say right now.
It-
I am still reading.
You just keep scrolling. It will say it. I
Yeah.
read it earlier.
Okay, I'm gonna rebut now since he's dead
Nope,
air.
nope. You can't rebut until it's time to
Alright.
rebut.
Quiet on the set.
No early rebutting.
Okay, hold on now.
Go, thank you. I think
Order.
point of
Alright.
order.
Quarter.
The woman who was attacked, Carrie Bergery,
Yeah.
sustained neck and
Bergeron.
face injuries and was treated at the hospital
She
with
got
released
messed
the next day.
There
That
it
was the
is.
computer. That's the computer.
On a trail northeast of Fall City, Washington. Spent 5 days at the hospital, still recovering.
It had her
Um,
skull in its mouth.
The battle
It was
with
like
the
crushing it.
75-pound cat.
Yeah.
There's 3 of them,
3 cats.
3 people versus the 75-pound cat.
But hold on. It comes down to
Oh,
one lady
oh,
holding it. Relax.
They were about 19 miles into a trek near the biking trails when a pair of cougars suddenly ran up.
A pair.
One of them grabbed her and drug her off her bicycle.
Drugger.
What the other?
He
what
had
the other cougar do?
drugs.
The other cat ran into the hills. The cyclists, while the 4 riders were mounted to counterattack to save her from the grip of the attacker's jaws, at that point was around her face and biting down.
Okay, can I rebut now?
Not yet.
But
Because I need to hear the age of the lady that held the. At one
Look at
point,
that. Can
there's
you see the
one lady
picture?
holding the.
It doesn't
She's
say
got
her
the
age.
bike and a rock on top of the cougar.
Yeah,
It's a
one
small-
lady holding
That's
it
a small
down.
cougar.
That's not one lady.
Eventually,
There's
it
four
ta-
of
at the
them.
end it talks about how
There's
there's one,
3 people there.
eventually they peel off and it's just the one lady holding this thing.
After
Can
it's
we get a
subdued.
cougar?
I will throw it in there right now that the cougar's bite per square inch is 400 pounds.
There's 4 cougars in that picture.
Okay, so listen to me. They are older ladies. They're not extremely old, but they're older
There's
ladies.
not
Yeah,
one
4
Each-
cougars.
Yes, I'm telling you guys. We've done this segment a little bit. This is a little revisit. We did where I listed animals and said, "Hey, tell me when you were stop being able to defeat with just your bare hands this animal."
She said they mainly poked it in its eyes and nose.
See, that's all you gotta do.
and they
And-
fought it for about 15 minutes.
15 minutes.
There was 3 of them.
It doesn't matter. I'm at least as strong as
While
3 old
Her
ladies.
face was in that cat's jaws for 15
They
minutes.
were like pulling
she
the
wasn't
pressure
doing
off of it.
anything. She wasn't doing anything. She
Yeah.
was trying to live.
She was
The
pinning
other
it.
2 were trying to
No,
get the cat.
there's one
So
hero lady from the story.
if-
Noah's not presenting it well.
If there was 3 people and you had your head in the cat's mouth, yeah, you would
First
probably
off,
be all right.
Step 1,
If you were by
my
yourself,
head's not getting in the cat's
you'd
mouth
be dead.
because I'm going to mess that cat
If
up.
this lady was by herself, we would be reading a different story.
That's
True.
not.
Probably no
Yes,
story at all.
But
Because no one would
if it would have been me, I would have been fine.
You'd have been
They're
in
like,
this,
hey,
No.
why is her
No.
bike here? Where did she
Guys,
go?
guys. There are dogs that are bigger than 75 pounds.
yeah. But they
And they're
don't have
dangerous.
the same bite as
Joey,
a
Yes.
cougar.
This just says that the
They don't have a fistful
cougar
of
got
knives.
pinned down. They had to
Yeah.
call Fish and Wildlife and shot the thing.
Yeah,
Because there was nothing they could do.
I
Once they
could have
got
handled
pinned.
that thing.
You're not choking that cat out.
Yeah,
I
it's called a rear naked choke, bro. I'm right on that thing.
How are you going to do that when your head's in his mouth?
If he gets on, and then we'll go belly
She
to
did-
belly. I'll choke him out belly to
I'm
belly.
not
I don't
praising
care.
this. I'm not praising this lady.
Throw a little
She was
Ezekiel choke on that
dead
bad boy.
meat. If the other 2 people were not with her, she would be dead.
Bro.
Yeah.
I
Turn-
can't believe we.
You just made our argument. Thank you.
If I was with you, I would have
He
saved
didn't-
you.
He didn't read the article good. He thought it was one lady. that
No.
stopped the
It is one lady. No, I didn't read it well. I'm sorry. If I had my
She didn't
contacts in, I
stop
could
the
just.
cat.
There's
There's a
one
picture.
lady there. She was riding with 3 people. It said.
Is
Yeah.
that the lady that got bit in the face?
Yes.
She got ripped off the bike and bit.
Oh. See, they're old.
Oh,
I'm at least.
dang.
She
Yeah.
had 3 people attack the
I wish we
cat,
could turn a
Joey.
camera.
You're not
to see this.
broadcasting
There
that, are
was
you?
3
No.
people that attacked the cat.
Yeah. And I'm saying I'm at least as strong as 3 ladies of that
I'm
ait.
trying to make a face like her.
Brett, me, Brett. You
Dude,
versus 3 ladies of that age in a fight to the death.
yeah, I'm
yeah,
going to win
exactly.
that. But
Which
not
means
a
you're at
cat.
least equal to the 3 of them, which means one of you.
Now, that picture of her beaten up does not look like the picture of them holding the cat down. I'll say
It
that.
could be a different story, but see, the lady in blue is the real hero here, holding the cat down basically single-handed. The lady in the green not doing very much.
No, scroll
No,
up.
can you scroll back to that, please? Let's break that picture down for a second. Lady in the green not doing much at all. Let's be honest.
What are you
about
talking
that.
about? She's standing
She's
on
there
the
for
bike
moral
tire.
support. She's there for moral support,
Yeah,
basically.
she's standing on
okay?
the bike tire with
I will.
both
I
feet.
will say the bike is helping. The bike is definitely
And
helping.
they have a giant rock on top of the wheel,
but
too.
they are old ladies.
Still.
Dude,
We could handle
So
this thing.
You're saying you have the strength of 3 old ladies.
At least.
Gotcha.
At
It's all the
least.
hospital visits.
How many old
Saying
ladies?
that
strength
women
do you
are,
think
are
you
you
got?
saying that
got
women are
legs
and
weaker
that's
than
why I
men?
walk the stairs.
Yeah. What? No.
Saying women are weaker than men?
No, I'm saying in age you lose strength.
No, he's saying
Why are
old
we bringing-
women.
He's saying old women. 3 of them.
Yes,
particularly.
on average, the average older lady will be weaker than the 33-year-old
So
male
this, so
on
this is a
average.
visit back from the very first 3 episodes we've ever done. Joey said he could take on a mountain lion
It's a bit of a thread.
because there was other things in the news.
It
of
was
people
like
getting attacked. by mountain lions.
Kangaroo. There
Gorilla.
were some things that were crazy, like a gorilla
From
obviously
the
is
time
going
we
to
saw
kill
the
you.
cougars to the time she got off her bike was about 3 seconds. One of the cyclists who was with her recalled,
It got
"We
her on the
we
move?"
didn't have a chance to face off with them to scare them away. I immediately tried to choke the cougar, which was like trying to choke a rock."
Yeah, because she doesn't have my technique or strength.
Like trying
Joey,
to
you're
choke
built
a rock.
like an old
I
lady.
think Philip can get us a cougar.
You
Philip,
are built like an old lady.
My brother probably could get us a cougar. They have populated Eastern Kentucky now, so
Yeah, can we arrange this?
I think if we just got a pretty good,
There's the ladies.
or it's a video, of
Guys,
it.
guys.
That's a young lady.
That one's a young lady. Yeah,
Okay, the one is younger.
I
but
think her
she
face
might
has
not
got
have been
so
in the
jacked up.
Yeah,
those aren't old.
the lady in the middle is not young.
I don't think the lady.
Sorry,
that got
we
attacked,
shouldn't say.
These are
With,
60s.
they're in
I'll
their
give 50s,
60s.
60s.
I don't think the lady in black was present. I think she's in the picture.
I don't think you guys
I made
understand
that up.
age.
I don't think you guys understand it.
So yeah, so this is a
I hope
revisit.
that's not the case.
So we need to bless somebody in this
Wait,
story.
time out.
What?
One of the ladies quoted the cougar wasn't going to take us cougars down.
No, she didn't say that.
It says
No,
right
she
here.
didn't.
You read this
Yes.
article
It's a tough
before you
prod.
came.
I should have. So yeah, I would say
We gotta bless somebody here.
we bless the cougar. No, that poor thing tried to take on the
They
wrong ladies.
Harambe'd him.
Which one?
They
We
did
just- we
Harambe
just
him.
bless
What else are you
cougars?
gonna do? Wait, hold on. Time out.
All cougars.
that's
All
funny.
4 cougars.
That's funny.
Should be
Wait.
blessed. I don't know. It depends on if my wife's asleep yet. Nope, she's still commenting in. So
Glad we're done talking about celebrity child molestation.
Did they shoot it while it still had her head in its mouth?
No, they hunted it back down.
Okay, so it left and they went and found it.
Yeah, they ran her down the hill and they said.
Wait,
stay
so they
down.
hunted it down just to shoot it? Why?
Because it's a danger.
I'm
Once they've
calling
attacked people,
PETA.
I'm calling PETA.
Dude, could you imagine that? You're literally just riding your bike. Like
Brett,
that
your
thing.
size, you can't boycott meat.
Oh my gosh. Wow, Stray City. I'm sorry about that. That's
So
shots
who we
fired
blessing?
from the table.
Who's we blessing?
I thought cougars was funny. I mean, I think we have to do that.
Cougars. We can bless cougars in general from all the times you've tried to kill them.
Hit it.
You
Cougars.
didn't say like an official
Oh, sorry, you're right. Hey,
All the cougars out there?
in the story.
All the
God
cougars
bless
out
your
there.
heart, sweetie.
Oh, bless your
Sweeties,
heart.
sweeties.
Bow, 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 bow.
You're riding your bike, and next thing you know, you're it hit her. It stalked them and
First
then hit her
off,
midair.
I don't ride bikes. I don't exercise.
Dude, it's crazy. Apex predator.
Yeah, I'm not
Except for
dealing with
us.
them, dude. I'm telling you, a house cat attacks you.
It's like this. It's like this.
You think on,
Yeah. Give me 12 seconds.
Have you
Keep
ever
going.
tried to do that to a dog?
dude, they're insane. They
Have you
will
No,
ever-
I've done it
do
to
so
humans.
quick.
Yeah, but a dog is different. Like if you try to like wrestle your dog, they're gonna get out.
I don't have a dog.
Yeah,
Why?
wrestle your cat.
Kill them all the time.
I have. I've held my
Barehanded.
cat. He tried to attack
tried
me
to-
when he was like, yeah, that was the first year we had him before he was.
Dude,
fixed.
we had a feral cat when I was growing
Yeah.
up. That thing was insane.
I was holding him like this, and he had his claws on me, and I was like, I could pop your head right now, buddy, but I'm not gonna.
That feral cat we had, my cousin Nick had
He
it
tore
petting in
me
his lap, and he was just like looking at it like, I don't like this cat. And it just jumps up and latches around his face with both paws. And it's like biting at him. He goes, ah! And
Yeah.
like rips it across
The whole
his
time
face
you're pulling it away, it, like
like
rips
a
at you.
cartoon.
Yeah.
Nick's
And then you
like-
just punt that thing.
Yeah, Nick doesn't like cats
Yeah.
after all that.
But I did not kill my cat, and I'm glad I didn't because he's a wonderful cat.
Now,
He's never had a problem since. It was just one time.
you said line him out.
No clue what happened.
Maybe that's what needs to happen with cougars. You just need to go out there and line them out.
I'll choke that fool out on sight. Man, the irony if I ever get killed by a cougar would just be rich.
Well,
I want you guys to use that as show content, by the way, if
we
it
would.
happens.
Yeah, 100%.
Like, be sad if you want to, but then also be like, seems he was wrong.
You know, we laugh through our sadness. That's what
400
Brandon did.
pounds per square inch? Bite force?
Yeah, the cougar.
Wow.
Dang, that's a lot.
That's an awful lot,
And she survived with her old lady brains.
which means we'd be fine.
She did look rough.
Yeah.
That was pretty rough. Thanks everybody for tuning in to Pod Bless Podcast. We've went over a lot of different things tonight. Wow, we've
Wow.
really,
I mean, really, I don't even know what the title is.
no, there's
Pornography, hospitals, Nick at night, cougar fights,
nothing. Nick after night.
Nick after. Ooh, that's
Oh.
gonna stick with me for a while. That
Yeah, that's a lot of stuff. It was a
It's
really
terrible.
hard hitting episode. You're not going to be here next week.
what's your
right?
I'll not
side
be
show?
here
For? Where are you
next
gonna be?
Not,
Work,
not at liberty to say.
Oh,
work stuff.
At that place we can't talk about. Hustler of Hollywood.
at night.
I might be able to call in if.
Okay.
Where you gotta go?
If it's not too busy.
Oh, we can talk about it after.
Yeah.
You going to be here next week, or are you still working on the
I
church?
will be here.
Are you
Yes.
sure?
Pretty sure. Unless the only way I wouldn't be here is if we are so far behind that I can't come in.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
But no, right now we are on schedule, sir.
On schedule.
Yes.
Yeah.
Alright.
If he's not here, I can call in for sure.
Painting party Saturday. Come on up.
Me and Noah can do something. We'll pull something off.
Yeah, it'll work.
Wrestle some cougars.
It's all like, oh my goodness. Okay.
And bring in some cats.
It's
too.
getting
I'll
late.
invite Kelly to be on the show.
Hey.
We're old now. She's a cougar.
Yeah, she
What
is.
age do you have to be to hit that?
Wait,
Yo.
Wrong words.
Let's go.
Wrong words.
Noah ended.
What? I don't get it.
Whatever.
To hit,
Josh-
to hit
way
that
you-
status.
They hit that status. You
Yeah.
didn't say status.
You did not say
You
so.
cut me
How
off
old-
before I finished my sentence.
Yeah, I know.
Whatever age Josh
It
is.
was perfect
Yeah,
timing.
I-
If someone really hated us to like,
What age do you
There's
have to
so
be
many
to hit that status of cougar?
I'll be 41 in April.
Bringing in Kelly.
Y'all
What
cut
age-
me off mid sentence. You can't. I gotta finish my sentence before you.
Technically, it was 3/4 of the way in. It was the last word that you didn't say. 3/4.
Hey, one word could change a sentence,
It
man.
changed everything.
It could change everything.
Hit that out.
Wait. What age do you have to be considered a cougar? Or
Find out next week.
Boom.
Tune in. Outro.
I'm Joey,
I'm Josh.
I'm Brett.
And this,
and this is
Pod
Pod Bless.
We did mess it up. It was
That
our
was
fault.
that was our fault.
Yeah, it was all our fault.
Wow.
He was doing his job.
like
Wow.
you guys usually have cues and you hit none of them.
We
I mean-
did not. We were too sidetracked.
What a great. That was fun. That was
We
a
did
fun
not
show.
hit that at the right time. the intro outro.
Y'all just jumped on me.
He's